Welcome to the podcast series, Small Business Survival Conversations. Through our weekly conversations, we hope to provide you with strategies and insights, knowledge and expertise to enlighten you as you work to build and grow your business. Here are your hosts, Anna Steinfest and Dr. Michael Troyer.
Welcome, everyone. And here we are again in our studio, Anna Steinfest and Dr. Michael Troyer. And today for our listeners, we decided to talk about how to conduct a market analysis for your small business. Hello, Michael.
Good morning, Anna. And good morning, everyone. Glad you're with us. This is an intriguing topic to me, Anna. Can you tell me more about what a market analysis is supposed to be?
I know the reason for even us picking up this topic is because, we as a small business owners, especially if you're starting your business, you hear all the time the bankers or anyone asking you and questioning you, is your idea good? How sustainable it is? And have you done market analysis? And that's why we were thinking, we just will give you a little glimpse of what is market analysis, what are the benefits of the market analysis, and at the end, how to conduct it. And we'll be fast. As you know, our podcast episodes usually are now longer than 10 minutes if it's not an interview. So we can start with the market analysis. What is it? You're right, Michael. What is the market analysis?
It's really taking the time to do a very thorough and deep assessment of the market that you think you want to be in, that you want to serve, or maybe you're already in it, but you haven't done this yet, and you ought to. And it has a number of key elements to it. I think the first one is to say, who are my customers or my potential customers, which implies another question. Who are not my customers or potential customers? Because think how easily we could waste time on trying to sell to somebody who doesn't want us because we don't fit their needs. So finding out who are my potential customers is clearly a very important question.
And what are the customers' buying habits? Extremely important. Once you identify your customers, what are their habits? Do we think that they'll buy our products once a month? Do we think that they'll buy it like twice a month or quarterly? So that will influence your sales.
And where will they find out about us? Yeah, I'm, of an older school, I admit, and I got challenged by a client the other day who said, yeah, but you guys don't understand anything about social media. Oh, and it burned a little bit. I think I do, but not nearly as much as this client does. So how are they finding out? Well, what are their habits for finding the things they need to solve the problems they face? Are they going to WhatsApp? Are they going to Twitter? Are they going to are they going to listen to a billboard
Facebook
anymore?
Yeah. Oh, yes. And who are your main competitors?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know who is your main competitors, and again, we've had conversations in some of our episodes about, sometimes the competitors are not always the obvious ones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There can be other solutions to the problem.
Exactly. You have to get a deep dive into understanding who is your main competitors. And Michael, what are the benefits of, because, as you see, it's kind of extensive and a lot of work, but what are the benefits of having and doing this market analysis?
One of the quick questions that comes to right away because of something you just mentioned, we're digging in to understand our competition. I think we can learn two things there. If there are trends they're jumping on and we haven't thought to, we know we've got a threat coming. We better move quick and get on that trend. Technology being one of the issues. How much do I digitize my business? How much artificial intelligence should I be introducing? I don't know. I've got to see what the trends are. If my competitors are doing that, I know I'm behind the time and I better move quick. If they aren't doing that, and I have some understanding of artificial intelligence or digitization, then I ought to get out there because I can create an advantage for myself. In either way, I have to know what my customers are doing. So we're reducing risk. Mm-hmm. We're targeting our customers, certain sets of customers with products and services that we hope will serve them. And we're playing off emerging trends. Those are three clear benefits of market analysis, but there's more.
Absolutely. And the other thing, what you can do is you have like some market optimization you can do. And we recommend that you do the market analysis annually. I know that a lot of people will do just market analysis at the beginning of their starting the business, and they'll forget about that. We do recommend for you to do it every year. Why it is important? Because it will inform you for all ongoing marketing efforts. Michael said everything is changing right now. Everything is changing faster than in the past. You have to be ready. And Michael mentioned the risk reduction. Well, you will not reduce risk if you do not analyze this annually.
Right. And to build off of that a little bit, to me, I'm amazed when I'm buying things that no one's asking me, how did you find me? How did you find my products or services? Boy, I would want to ask that of every customer, either in a direct way or through a survey, or maybe in the form that they're filling out as they're getting a warranty on a product, for example. I want to know how they found me. That goes right back to the marketing issue. And how likely am I going to be able to keep them as a customer?
And
so that's optimizing my market, knowing why and how.
And you can do, I mean, because of that optimization, you can even project your revenues. Yes. But Michael, we've talked about, and I think our listeners understand the benefits, but let's give them a simple way how to conduct a market analysis. We want to make it simple as possible for you, simplify the process. We don't want you to be scared. So what do we recommend for when they are conducting a market? What should they do?
I think number one, you as the owner have to decide, what do you need to know? So what's the purpose of doing this market analysis? What do you need to know? Number two, how do I go about researching the state of the industry in which I'm operating? That is, how are other people around me who serve the same market? How are they doing? What are the trends? Are sales improving generally for the market or for the industry rather, or not? And then among all of those potential customers out there, who's my target? Who can I serve particularly well? Maybe better than some of the rest of the industry or my competition. And we know there's an old term out there called market segmentation. We're really saying, how do we divide the market up in terms of various groupings, age, gender, where they're located, what they're doing as an operation, who are they serving, for example, what are the needs and interests of that particular target customer? Could be business to business, could be a customer, but we need to know those things. And then we've just been talking about how do we best understand our competition? What do we really need to know about them? So we've got, those are the first four: to figure out what you want to know, look deep into the industry, figure out who your target customers are, and then understand who else is serving your competition. But we've got some more steps to cover.
In addition to that, because you already collected, we think, a very important information. Addition to that, you should dig into some additional data. When we talk about additional data, it can be provided by vendor, by a friend, but we recommend that you dig into some reputable business data resources like U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, U.S. Census Bureau, state and some local commerce sites. You have trade journals. You have your own SWOT analysis. So these are some additional data you should collect. And then once you collect all this information, you have to analyze the data. You have to make sure that you answer some of the questions about what is your industry size and growth rate as a whole, as an industry. First, you have to look this whole as an industry. And then based on that, you can make some projections. What will be the utilization rate of your segmentation? And what is the industry outlook as a whole? What is the trend? We've talked about the trends in the past. Based on the data, we are sure that you can analyze that. Michael, you wanted to say something? I
just wanted to add a couple things to that too. You and I have talked so often because we both have an economics background. Firms don't know what this complicated term called price elasticity. I'm not going to even go to that. It just means if I raise my price, will I gain more customers or lose customers? And how many will I lose? By raising my price, will I still make more profit or less profit? Depends on how people react to my price increase. We're in a period of inflation. So that analysis of the data is going to help you with things like that. And you might find other firms have raised their prices and you can see what's happened to their sales volume. That will tell you, oh, they raised their prices 10%. Maybe I'll only go up 5% and I'll suffer some of the increased cost of my raw materials, but I won't go as far as they did. Maybe I'll get some of their customers. And it's beginning to tell me what's the impact on buying when I change my prices. I want to go back also to that gathering additional data for just a second. You mentioned the U.S. Census Bureau. I'm on a mailing list for the U.S. Census Bureau. I'm amazed at how hard they are working right now to feed me useful information. It's extraordinary. They're dicing and slicing the census data into all kinds of usable ways. If you're not getting online and looking at what the Census Bureau offers you on practically a daily basis, you're really missing out on a free source of information. I'm just struck by how hard they're working at serving me. So, wow, the last one you mentioned, Anna, I'm talking too much. Sorry.
No. You're absolutely correct. We are giving these tips and tools to our listeners to make sure that they're effective. And the last step, of course, is to put your analysis to work. That's pretty much it. It is simple.
Exactly. If you've done all this other work for marketing,
Yes.
do something with it. Go out and do something with
To
it.
improve your business, to be better than your competitors.
Yep.
So it's very extremely important.
So you've got 7 good steps there, or yeah, what is 7 good steps there to take? That's a market analysis. And if you haven't,
it is simple. As you heard from us, it's not, you don't have to get fancy on that. But once you do that, make sure that you, with all the findings, go back to your business, improve your business. So you may find something, with these new trends to start implementing in your business to make sure that you increase your bottom line. That's why we're sharing these ideas with you. The only way to survive as a small business is to increase your bottom line.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to us.
You've been listening to the Small Business Survival Conversation podcast. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. And don't forget to join us next week for another episode. In the meantime, hook up with us on our Facebook group at Small Business Survival Tools and Tips. Till next time, thank you for listening.